This is TWiT.
This is a story that you're going to have to explain to me, somebody. The New York Times, the great Amazon Flipathon. You ever buy a product from Eco Baby or Trail Buddy or Quility or Tape King? These are among the most popular in their categories on Amazon, according to the Times, accounting for millions of dollars in yearly sales. They're all owned and operated by a single company, Thrasio, which is one of dozens of firms snapping up successful Amazon brands for millions of dollars.
There's lots of investment in these roll-ups, yes. I put this up here.
Explain to me.
So you decide to start. The example they use here is the guy who wanted a better booster seat for dogs.
Sure.
And it doesn't matter what the product is, but the point, and we've known this, we've talked about this for years on the show.
Yes.
is that you don't have to. You can hire a designer. You can outsource the manufacturer. You can outsource the fulfillment with Amazon.
It's a virtual company.
It's a virtual company. You can be one person and you can have everything you need to create a product as long as it works and you create it. Well, then you have some value because you now have some asset value. You have customers and you have ratings on Amazon and so on and so forth. So those little companies are getting bought up. So that what I'm not sure about is what the value of the roll-up is, except that the roll-up is even more virtual. Well, you at least went to the work of creating the doggy car seat. You did something. And we don't have to do anything. Well, we're just going to roll up all these things and sell stuff on Amazon.
According to this article, the way you make money is you raise money based on the roll-up. So you've created a Thrasio, which created this conglomerate of Eco Baby, Trail Buddy, Quility, and Tape King, has now raised $750 million in financing. So there's money in there somewhere.
There's cash flow in there.
Somewhere in this pile, there's a pony.
Is this week's NFT discussion?
It's kind of like that, isn't it? It's amazing. It really is amazing. The world is changing so rapidly. But the quarantine has been huge for these companies. It also changes. I mean, Amazon must love it because, of course, it's a lot of revenue passing through Amazon.
Yep.
I see on TikTok all the time little TikToks on how to make millions of dollars on Amazon, basically by going to, Kohl's, buying up a bunch of clothes, taking the label, the price tag off, and flipping it on Amazon. And I mean, I guess that's gone on forever since eBay, right? People would do that on eBay. They'd buy a pallet of stuff at Costco and sell it one by one and profit.
If you got the time.
Well, and especially with lots of people out of work or underemployed, this is a way to, I think this is the great American dream now.
Well, even in the media business, so I have a community of practice for commerce in media, trying to get them to have more revenue streams. And one company had created their own heavy blanket and made a lot of money on it.
Right.
A lot.
Like a weighted blanket?
Yeah, weighted blanket.
Yeah, weighted blanket. Yeah.
Okay.
And now Casper sells them. So it's what goes. What goes around comes around. Yeah, I'm tempted. I don't know if I would. I like a heavy blanket, especially if my mouth is taped.
Do you not
closed.
have a weighted blanket?
No,
they're amazing.
It seems like I'm headed towards some sort of bizarre fantasy.
Leo can't get up.
I can't.
The mattress
move,
has him trapped. The heavy blanket, and he can't scream because his mouth is taped closed.
I think
blanket's too damn heavy and I can't yell.
So the guy with the dog seat, it's actually an instructive story. He thought this is a good category. He looked on Amazon, did a search, and noticed in the reviews they were all for small dogs and they were flimsy. So he said, He actually did some effort. He went to trade shows and stuff, and he found and made, went to actually the China and Import and Export Fair in Guangzhou and found a well-made car booster seat for dogs. Actually, maybe not, but he found a supplier who could make something better, even better. Yes. Yeah. He went to a factory. Anyway, on and on. And he's eventually flipped this business for low six figures, to an individual investor interested in using as a steady stream of income.
Which is like buying a deli, so you can just get the money.
Yeah.
or apartment building.
Oh, this is something. Yes, this is a thing that happens. I know. I wasn't paying attention at first, but yes, this is a. My husband actually has an entire book on this. Yeah. Okay.
They all feel a little like get rich quick schemes, except they work if you put enough effort and energy into it.
It's kind of like building up back in the day an affiliate marketing page that worked, and people would buy them. And passive income stream.
Yeah. So Stacey, I guess there's let's try this. You can be wise and just buy other products and then rebrand them and sell them. You can buy things from stores, which is the one end, like, go to Costco and buy stuff, or you can design products and make them through manufacturers, right? There's a range there, I think. No?
Yeah, well, that you just described like all the options of manufacturing or selling a product, basically.
That's what's happening now.
Now you could do it as one person. You could do it as one person.
This company, I bet you 20 years, Thrasio, which I've just learned about today from this article, is going to be like Procter & Gamble. I mean, this is how these guys started. They made soap because there was leftover. This is another great book, by the way, I mentioned before, called Clean. It goes with breath. But it's about the soap industry. And these guys, these meat rendering plants had a lot of animal fat, and they didn't know what to do with it. They were throwing it out. They turn it into soap. Now you have to make a market for soap, and that's why Lever Brothers, Procter & Gamble, and all these companies that are huge now, that's how they started. It's kind of like the same thing. You see, for instance, Thrasio said, everything we buy is a solution to a problem of some kind. Much of what Joshua Silberstein, the founder, looks for is obvious. A good product differentiation.
It's long tail that Chris
Anderson.
Long
tail.
Yes, Chris
Anderson's
right.
long tail. A solid, scalable supply chain.
Manufacturing.
As an example, they talk about Angry Orange, pet deodorizer. An acquisition which they point to as a success story. $30 million in revenue last year. They paid $1.4 million to buy it 2 years ago. Or Trail Buddy, its brand of hiking poles. or for
dogs?
No, yeah, might as well. Everything should be for dogs. Or for its extensive listings in bedding, crafting supplies, coolers, and thermoses. It's like, find a need and fill it.
So how are these things found? Is somebody going in and searching for dog car seat? Or do they have to buy advertising on Amazon?
I think that's one of the things that's changed.
Or they do social?
That's one of the things that's changed is you can do your market research on Amazon. You go to China, you get it made, and you sell it on Amazon. I mean, that's how you find a market.
Complete circle.
It's a complete circle. And by the way, Silberstein says when you're really successful on Amazon, it might make up 95% of your net worth. You're in a place where it's kind of hard to diversify, and then what if something goes wrong? So I guess he's concerned about Amazon, but what are you going to do?
Well, one thing about the dog seat guy is you do get caught in a problem of capital.
Because he only sold it for low six figures. That's a lot of work for $100,000. I mean, it's kind of a lesson for him. But the point is that if you don't make enough, then it's an opportunity cost. If you make too many, then you're stuck with a warehouse filled with, or an Amazon warehouse filled with dog seats, which they probably charge you space for every month. I don't know how that operates.
That's why you actually just find hot products. You do the whole virtual storefront instead, and you just source them from Alibaba. That's where the money is.
Or you do Kickstarter and you use your customers' capital.
Or that, okay. This is the lesson that Andrew learned in his early days was just don't do a business with inventory.
Yeah, never want inventory. Right. And if you don't have to do fulfillment, all the better. And guess what Amazon does? Inventory and fulfillment.
All of it.
But you don't want to own an inventory. If you
but Bezos is brilliant because he's just taking a little bit from every one of these companies. Yeah. He's making it. He's facilitating it. The lesson for us as buyers is buyer beware, because there's all sorts of crap on Amazon. Right.
I just bought. Well, I didn't buy it from Amazon. I think it was an Instagram ad or a Facebook ad. Probably was a Facebook ad, and it was a hoodie, a lined hoodie, and I want one more for next winter, and I got it, and it smells awful.
Yeah, that's a real problem. Terrible. A lot of these Chinese things, and
I didn't look. and I didn't see what the return policy was. I always look. This time I didn't look.
Yeah.
And it says we don't take returns.
Because we know it
But
smells.
I emailed them and they said, no, well, if you take a picture of the problem, how do you take a picture of smell?
Right.
We'll give you the money back and you just keep it because we're too small and we don't
Yeah,
take
they
it
don't
back.
want it back. Yeah.
With Photoshop.
No.
Well, take a picture of you holding your nose and having somebody else go,
and little lines. It's always good to draw little lines coming off.
Smell, yeah.